95, rides the express upstairs.
Marcy stays alive.
Will be, but any indication early, Assad has brought his A game.
Both managers, Francisco Cervelli, Benji Heel, know they've got a limit of 65, but would love to see their starters somehow get into the 5th inning. 2-2. Pitch is up. Javier strikes out the side. And Italy for a spot in the quarterfinals of the World Baseball Classic. Aaron Nola on the mound. Jarren Duran in the box. Bottom of the 1st. Nola strikes just high. They caught the zone, but it's ball 1. Jarren Duran, big in the top of the lineup. 3 homers already. Arozarena, Aranda, Kirk, Meneses, Alvarez, Gonzalez, Thomas, and Ortiz. Joey Meneses getting his first start of the Classic. That one flipped up in the air and out of play. 5 of 10, 3 homers, 5 driven in, 5 runs. Duran has really fueled Mexico's offense.
That's the bread and butter pitch for Aaron Nola, the curveball. Most pitchers pitch off of their fastball. When Aaron Nola is on, the curveball seems to bring the other pitches in play. He'll throw it 2-0, 2-1, 3-2. If he has the curveball, that normally means he's going to pitch some pretty good baseball.
And Nola has a ton of postseason starts, 11 of them, 5-4 with a 3.88. That ERA is almost identical to his career ERA. In 285 big league starts, 3.83. Good sharp breaker, and Duran goes down.
From 2018 to 2024, a 6-year span, nobody pitched more innings than Aaron Nola. There's a good look at that. That's his bread and butter, the pitch that he needs. For a lot of pitchers, they pitch off the fastball to control the secondary. Nola's kind of the reverse. If he has the curveball, it makes the 94, 95 play up a couple ticks.
Arozarena now. Arozarena starred in 2023. In 2026, he's 2 for 9, hasn't homered, and has an RBI. Benji Heel kind of dismissed a lot of the controversy surrounding Arozarena and Cal Raleigh and the handshake extension by Arozarena and Raleigh refusing to shake hands.
They did meet at the team hotel, though, a couple of days before and exchanged pleasantries.
Absolutely.
Shared some hugs and some handshakes.
Absolutely. It is a bit ironic, though, that Raleigh's destiny in the World Baseball Classic is somewhat in the hands of Arozarena and Team Mexico. One, two. It's outside. Francisco Cervelli knew that the last 2 games of this pool, he needed his 2 best starters, so he saved them till the end. And Michael Lorenzen was fabulous last night. 4 2/3 shutout, and he's got Nola going against Mexico tonight. 3-2. Got him.
Back to the curveball. The bread and butter pitch for Aaron Nola. Everything works off that curveball. Not afraid to throw it in critical counts. He'll throw it 2-0. He'll throw it 3-2. it makes the rest of his repertoire play up better. Guy has a lot of experience. Has pitched in a lot of big games for the Philadelphia Phillies.
5 hitters to the plate, and they all have gone down swinging. And Aranda takes inside. Aranda coming off an all-star season with the Rays, 27. Been in the 3 spot. Big home run in game 1 for Mexico.
Nola, no stranger to striking guys out. Go back to a game in 2021 against the Mets. He struck out 10 consecutive Mets.
It's hard for a starting pitcher in this pool with 65 pitches as the limit to win you the game. But if they give up runs, that certainly can lose the game. And I think that's what happened last night to Team USA.
Take a look right there at Michael Lorenzen. Was he terrific last night? 4 2/3 against a very patient Team USA. Wasn't afraid to pound the strike zone.
In the air, well hit. Marcy back at the track, looking up, makes a leap, and it's off the wall. Nori has it. It's a double.
Nori went about as far as you could go. Nola tries to sneak a fastball by Aranda. Lots of nooks and crannies, particularly left center field at Daikin Park.
Good man to have up for Mexico. Alejandro Kirk, one of the toughest to strike out in the big leagues. Hard on the ground. Fisher, the youngster, gets the out. And Nola strands the runner in scoring position. Underway, Mexico, Italy in Houston. Struck out all 3 in the first. Vinny Pasquantino is bunting. And he bunts it foul. Scenarios. Italy wins, they're in. Mexico wins, they're in. USA advances if Italy wins. If Mexico wins, scoring 5 or more runs, USA sneaks in as well. That's assuming a 9-inning game. That ball's hit pretty well. Right field and deep. Duran back to the wall. He is there. Leaps. And it's gone. Pasquantino doesn't know it. It's 1-0 Italy. He was 0 for 12. He tried to bunt on the first pitch.
Tried to take advantage of Nacho Alvarez, was playing so deep at third base. Tried to bunt on the first pitch, and Vinny's been quiet.
And he's the guy that brews the espresso.
Time for a shot of the home brew of espresso.
Got the Armani cup. Pulled foul by DeZenzo. It's Marcy. This was close.
See, Duran gets as close to the wall as he can. Just past the outstretched glove, and a nice barehanded snag by a fan. Another look at it here. Duran goes as far as he can go. Times his jump.
So Italy last night stunned the U.S. with 3 homers early and jumped to an 8-0 lead. And they've homered here in the second.
That short right field wall here at Daikin Park. 2 inviting places to hit home runs. The Crawford box seats and that short wall in right field.
Roller to short. That's Joey Ortiz of the Brewers. And that's the first out of the second. 8 different players have homered for 9 home runs. And one of the things we found out today, Vinny's espresso machine in the corner of the dugout, if you hit a home run, you get an espresso, and they have your number on the machine. So now he gets to put his number on the machine. Those are all the Italian players.
Kind of like the decals you see on college football helmets, right?
What are the flavors? And the answer was gold and red. I wasn't aware that those were espresso flavors, but that's what they're rolling with. There you go. There's gold, there's red. Which one are you, Dan?
I would probably lend more towards the gold. Just by looking at it, wouldn't seem to be as strong of a taste.
And Assad walks Caglione, Pasquantino, with a solo homer, and that's the start of the last game of Pool B in the World Baseball Classic. Winner is into the quarterfinals. Rowdy,
I think Benji Heat
out of Korea is at third. 1-2. Swing and a miss.
There's the curveball and another dandy by Aaron Nola.
Day in 2023. Couple hops. Fisher out. Nola is sharp, and Italy leads it tonight. Family didn't have to come to it.
A lot of families, and the Nola family well represented. 17 members of the Nola family and friends.
Into center field, a one-out single. That brings up Duran. Runner goes. Good jump. Out to center. And not stopping, heading to third, and forgetting how many outs there were, or maybe getting deked, is Ortiz.
A terrific decoy by the middle infield.
That's a double play. When we get back, we'll find out what happened at second base.
The game inside a game, key on shortstop, Antonacci. What a decoy there. Ortiz falls for the decoy. Leaves his feet. He wants it to look like it's an apparent wild throw. Ortiz never looked in. Look at Antonacci on the ground. And Ortiz took the bait.
That's incredible. And partly because Joey Ortiz is a major league shortstop. Birdie hits that one to left. Arozarena back at the wall. Looks up and it's gone! Crawford blocks homer. Second solo shot. Get the espresso ready for Jon Berti. It's 2-0.
Much like Team Italy did last night to Team USA. Shocking Mexico here early. Couple of solo home runs. This second one. And those Crawford box seats here at Daikin Park.
Ten homers for Italy. This is their fourth game. 9 different players. Marcy pops it up. Nacho Alvarez to the rail, and he makes the catch.
Yeah, this was a no-doubter right off the get-go. Berti squares this one up. You don't have to hit very far. Those Crawford box seats, it's 315 down the line. You see that cutaway to the alley, 366. Just high enough and just far enough. 2 swings, Italia with a 2-0 lead. The bag. He stretches as well as anybody, too, to go get a throw. Fooled by that curveball from Assad. A little bit in the first inning, but innings 2, 3, and 4, he was aggressive.
This one stays in the yard, and Rosarena squeezes. Another solo shot. Double espresso night for Italy. Jon Berti. 2-0.
Trumpets should be mandatory.
Rosarena chases and strikes out.
Yeah, that's the curveball. I had a chance to see it up front and center. I was fortunate to be a guest instructor for the Philadelphia Phillies in spring training. I'll tell you, getting a chance to watch Aaron Nola, there's a good shot of me and Aaron. To watch him throw a bullpen session in a day and age where so many pitchers are chasing velocity and spin, to watch him throw a 15-minute bullpen session is really something to watch. I had to start throwing him straight again.
Strike to Aranda.
He'll throw that four-seamer about 30% of the time. That knuckle curveball, and it is a dandy. Almost as much as he'll throw that four-seam heater. When you can make a pitch like that, 3-1, that two-seamer that he starts at Aranda's hip and brings it back in. Much like the one he struck Alek Thomas out in the third inning. He's just a hard guy to gauge and read when he's on, because he can manipulate the ball up, down, in and out.
Slow roller, fair ball. Pasquantino to the bag. 2 outs.
Yeah, this is one reason why in South Philly they refer to him as Captain Hook. He has one of the best right-handed curveballs in baseball. What makes it so good, he can change shapes with it. You often hear that expression about tunneling. Everything comes out of the same slot. He'll throw that curveball anywhere from 7.
Fair and down the line. Kirk does not run well. And Tanachi has it. That's a single.
One of the few mistakes that Nola's made with that curveball, he'd like to have that one back. On a 1-2 count, he'd like to bury it. This one hangs up in the outer third. Hits it, just hits it inside the bag. This is about as much as you're going to see Kirk chug it down to first.
Meneses now struck out back in the second. Mexico has a hit in every inning.
Plan A, Plan B, or Plan C.
That's Berti. And that's the third out. Mexico strands 2. Italy's up 2-0. A tradition, you homer, you get your number on the espresso machine, and sometimes the mix is just right. 10 homers in the tournament. StatCast, powered not by espresso, but by the Italian Bats. Lead-off walk, Jon Morosi.
Rich, one thing to watch tonight is the importance of Mexico's left-handed relievers. The point you made about Italy's lineup being very left-handed is crucial here, and Benji Gil has 4 lefties in the bullpen to potentially go to. Natera, Bernardino, Armenta, and Garcia. So that could be one of their first moves as we see Bernard.
Runner goes, can't stop the swing. Caglione has the bag. Runner going, big jump. Ball's in the air, left center field. Arozarena's there. Caglione is back. Ground ball, that's a base hit. It's a shallow left field, and Arozarena's right on the ball. And it's at the corners for Italy. And the 21-year-old Nori coming to the plate.
Italy continuing to keep the pressure on Mexico. Assad has had to pitch in traffic quite a bit.
Benji Gil has the lefty ready. And he's going there. Italy with an opportunity in the 5th. At the corners, 1 out in Houston. Are even. He's going to bunt, drops it down, runner coming home, and he is safe. It pops out of Kurt's glove. Caglione scores. Everybody else is safe, and it's 3-0 Italy.
Boy, if you're Francisco Cervelli, you have to have a lot of trust in your players. The right guy you feel can get a bunt down. It's nearly an impossible play to defend if the ball is bunted on the ground. You see Nori doesn't give it away too soon. Bernardino does a good job getting it. Hits right off the webbing of the glove of Kirk. You see the bunt is down, and this is a bang-bang play for a pitcher. 5 pitches, but eventually the bullpen.
To left, Arozarena racing back. There, makes the catch. Both runners retreat. 2 down. It's a really good defensive outfield for Mexico.
It really is. Benji Gil told us before game 1 between Arozarena.
Good at bat. Bags are loaded.
Biggest out of the game right now for Team Mexico. Base hit right here could create some space.
Elmer descends, pitching coach for Mexico.
Probably serving two purposes. Go over a scouting report on what they have on Marcy, but it also buys you some time for Duarte to make sure he's good and loose and coming in.
And Bernardino can't find the plate. 3-1 pitch. Ground ball into right field. That's a base hit. Scoring is D'Orazio. Another run across, out at first. The second run looked like it scored before Marcy was caught at first. This is going to be a 5-0 lead for Italy. Marcy knocks in 2. The Italians are doing it again.